and record this. Okay, she is an author. She is a worldly known speaker. She's a business marketing master trainer. Okay, we all can get so much value out of her content. She has founded 4 companies, guys, and above all, this is the best part. She created the life she knew she was intended to live, full of purpose and value and serving and paying forward her gifts to help other people live more abundantly and with more purpose and joy. And this was definitely not without hardship, as you can imagine, hard work, and above all, mindset transformation. And speaking of which, somebody here tonight is going to be going home with this. This is Danelle's gratitude journal that has changed me already in a short time. And she gifted this to me. I'm going to be gifting this to one of you tonight. During this training, please use the Zoom chat feature. I see some people are already starting to do that. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello. Hi, Cheryl. Use the Zoom chat feature, guys, because I'm going to be monitoring questions coming in so that we can have a live Q&A at the end of this. And, you know, let's all make a promise to yourselves that you're going to open up your hearts and your minds to this content. And we always say, Danelle, we always say at our company that our products, what if they change everything? And guys, what if it's our mindset transformation that can change everything? What if it's that? So without further ado, I want to pass it off to the star of the show, Danelle Delgado. Talk to us, Danelle. What do you got for us?
Hey, Jen. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I love seeing all of you. I'm going back and forth really quick so I can like connect with all of you. If you are on camera, come up so I can see your pretty faces. Okay, but good to see you. Hi, Stacy. I recognize you. Good. I recognize a couple of you. Awesome. Well, number one, you guys are really, really fortunate to know Jen. I'm sure you know that. A lot of people ask what I do. I oftentimes just say I'm a talent scout. And scouted Jen. What a talent, for sure. So one conversation, she had me hooked. And then seeing how she serves her people and continually implements, she asked, and I said, yeah. So I don't usually do these. This is actually kind of a rarity. So that you're on tonight is really incredible. And that you're on a Sunday when most people, you know, are watching the Bronco game or something. I'm just kidding. All right. Is that Erin? It's a Colorado girl. Awesome. But tonight I really want to do this for you. Did they just win? That's awesome. I didn't even know. All I know is I went to the store and everybody was in Bronco gear, so I knew there must be a game today. I actually love the Denver Broncos. They paid for my college education, so I got their scholarship. They're awesome. But let me just ask, Jen, is it okay if I open up and I start with a question for everybody? Okay. So all of you are involved. You're welcome, Cheryl. Awesome. Okay, so all of you are looking for something, okay? You're working hard, you're driving, you're doing things that most people don't do. You're overcoming people saying no to you, people calling you crazy, people, you know, sharing their opinions, invited or not. There's all different kinds of things that you're going to overcome in this, but I really just want to know, what is your end goal here? Okay. What do you really want to create? Because that will change how I talk to you. Tonight as well, I've got some great information for you, and I will stay just as long as I can before I have a couple other meetings tonight, but to answer your questions. So I want you to just, whatever's going on in your world, just kind of, you know, set it aside for the next, 4 hours that we're together. I'm just kidding. However long we're here together, I want you to just set it aside. Don't set your kid down. Hold her. She needs it. But set down anything that you've been thinking, any challenges, struggles, whatever you got going on, and just focus with me for the next little bit. But you can type it in the chat. You can also unmute and tell me your name and say what you really want to create. I think vocal is one of the best. So if you want to unmute, tell me what you really want to create. Say hi. And I'll read the chat as well. Freedom, balance, success. Don't be shy. Come talk to me. Financial independence, a legacy for your family. What else? Can they unmute themselves?
Hey, Danelle, it's Stacy.
Hi, Stacy. Good to see you.
Yes. Okay, so for me, I would love to create a pathway to leave corporate America.
Okay, good. Fire your boss.
That's amazing.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. What does it take for you to do that?
For me to feel comfortable doing that, I need to be at or above what I'm making right now.
Okay. Okay, good.
So that's my comfort level. I need to have that security in order to do that.
Right. Okay, good. It's smart to do that. Don't ever kill your cash flow, right? Nobody building who's like desperate. It's a little hard for them in the beginning, right? Okay, cool. Yeah. Good. Who else? Tell me what you really want to create.
Hi, Danelle. This is Vicki.
Hi, Vicki.
I'm in the dark in bed.
Hey, good. I know it's late if you're on the East Coast.
So I want to create a team that's as passionate about this company as I am.
Awesome. And why do you want to do that?
Because that's the only way I can see growth for myself, is because this is something I can do on my own. Mm-hmm. And I need team members that are passionate and want the same things that I do so that we can all grow together.
Yeah, looking for some great people.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Very good. Who else? I know you guys all want similar
I'll
things.
go.
Yeah.
My husband retires in 8 years from the fire service, and I don't want him to have to get another job.
Yes. Very, very cool. One of my other favorite clients I have is a firefighter. He's a fire chief, actually, out in Florida. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right. So how many of you guys feel like you're really doing this for someone else? Yes, it's for you and your family, but you're really doing it for someone else. Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you guys totally doing it for you, your family? They're counting on you. Yes. How many of you guys feel like they believed in you? They're waiting for you to show them that you've got it. You can do it, right? How many of them get a little frustrated while you're on this journey and they poke at you a little bit? They tease you. They sometimes stab you with their words. Okay, good. I'm not good, but it happens. All right. So I want you to think for a minute, just each of you, what you really want to create. I'm a firm believer that dreams are meant to be reality, that we don't just like happen upon wanting more, that, you know, if something is there, your dream is specific to you and it's there for a reason, okay? It wasn't given to somebody else. It was given to you. We don't just dream up things. I believe they are implanted in you. And hey, Jen, will you guys do me a favor too when you're not talking, if you'll mute on your end? I am like super duper ADD or whatever you call it. So it's like my kids and I'm like, shh, shh. Okay. So I believe that it's meant to be real. Okay. If you have one and you ignore it, shame on you. Does that make sense? I know I will tell you that they sometimes call me the velvet hammer. So I do that sometimes. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But I want to be as direct as possible. So is it okay if I just like lay it out how I believe that it is? It is the only thing. I'm so grateful that someone came alongside me and kind of smacked me around a little bit and made me really achieve what I didn't know I was capable of. So here's what I believe about the network marketing industry, and I will get into my story so you understand how I did it. But I want you to understand there really are three types of builders in the industry. The first people, they want to supplement their income. They want a couple extra $1,000 a month, okay? They want their bills paid for. They're using it as a side stream of income. Okay, the next people want replacement income. Okay, Stacy, I know you're going to be second and third category, but first you want to replace your income. Third is freedom. Okay, so people either want to supplement, they want to replace their income, or they're freedom money people. Okay, I want you to take your hand, hold up what number you think you are. Are you a 1, 2, or a 3? Okay, cool. Cool, lots of 2s and 3s, lots of 3s. Okay, good. So for all of you who are 3s right now, how many of you prospected or shared your business with at least 10 people today? Okay. So maybe I'm going to adjust you and put you in the 2 category for just a little bit. Okay? So here's what I want to tell you. It's awesome. Okay? It's this amazing business. Okay? It's this amazing industry that took me from being a teacher and a youth pastor to a stay-at-home mom to having 3 jobs on the side while building network marketing, to building 3 network marketing companies really big, I'll talk about this, to building 4 other massive companies on my own. Network marketing, it's the same skills. It's the same skills I used to build those as I did to build traditional business, as I did to build a speaking career, as I did to write a book. It's the exact same strategies and tactics. And once you learn them, you can be a 3 in all things. Okay, what I don't want you to do is miss that these, some people put network marketing in this category like it's the dream so I can build the dream, right? They want to sell things so they can make money to go build what they care about. Okay, here's the thing. When you master this industry, you can do whatever you want. You can stay, you can sell it, you can build it big. Most people don't think as big as they need to have success in network marketing. They're just thinking, I want to replace my income. They're just thinking, I'd love to retire my spouse. Okay, well, the truth is your spouse, your kids, your family, your parents, they needed you to win so big today before any of this had anything to do with it. Okay? We have to start thinking bigger. Any business I build has a 3-year expiration rate, and I have an exit strategy. Okay? I only build each business for 3 years and then I'm out, and it produces without me. How many of you guys would like to have 3 companies that make money for you, and I don't even have to show up, and one I show up for, but it's the one I choose to do because I love it. Isn't that fun? Okay? So I want you to understand, this industry, this opportunity, what you're doing with Jen is the gateway to anything you ever wanted to do. Everything. If you just operate like a 3 for a very short time. For a very short time. Okay? I built in the industry for 5 years and it was a ticket to anything I wanted to do. Now I train a bunch of them. I still believe in it a ton. I just went to where I was called, and it was in traditional business and working with entrepreneurs. That was my calling. Okay, some of my best friends are still, they're so fulfilled. They live the best life. John and Nadia Melton, you probably know them as well if you know Jen. 2 of my dearest friends who will forever love and live network marketing as well. So I just want to tell you, like, whatever that dream is, whatever it is, don't misstep on the fact that this is your ticket to do it. It really is. The people you meet, the strategies you learn, the conversations you learn how to have, this is how it can be done, and it can be done in a very short time. Okay, most people, when they see where I speak and they see what I do and they see who my friends are and who I hang out with, some of the wealthiest people in the world, living my dream, they don't know that I started my company 4 years ago and that's it. Okay, because most people build for a lifetime to do what I did in a couple of years. Okay, and all of it happened within the last 2 years. In network marketing, I built massive success in 6 months, but it was because of the personal development I did the 5 years before. So I'll tell you, timing is up to you. It does not matter, okay? It's a decision time, okay? You may go, oh my gosh, I'm starting over today. After this is over, you may text Jen and go, I'm starting over today. This is day 1 for me, and here's what I'm gonna do. I will give you the steps to build it, okay? Just like I did in 6 months, because there was a starting date for me that was not my starting date. Does that make sense? When I really realized what I had on my hands and I took it seriously, and I stopped being so emotional about it. How many of you guys have ever cried in this industry yet, in this business? How many of you like snot bubble cry, like rough? Yeah, okay, I get you. I feel you. I have done that. All right. How many of you like scream and yell and cuss? And maybe you're not that type of person, but yeah. Or you've ever had rough thoughts towards someone in this industry, like, wow, you are a just great human being. How many of you have drank more alcohol because of this industry? Okay, here's what I'm telling you. Okay, what you have on your hands is more of a gift than you have any idea. Okay, and I remember watching my first national event, my international. I went and there was this older lady up on stage. I don't know, she was probably 60. And she was talking about how she'd built for 10 years. And I was like, wow, she's really like not a great speaker. She was really like not that smart. And I was like, surely if that lady can do it, I could do it, right? How many of you guys have ever seen someone and you're like, surely, right? Like you don't mean to, but you're kind of like in your head, they're a loser, I could do it. Okay, you don't mean to, they're great people. They had to have worked hard to do it. Okay, here's what I'll tell you. There is no look that will get you ahead. There is no special talent and skill and personality. There is no way that you could be like, this person will make it because of what they look like, how they talk, how they are with people. Like zero in network marketing. The cool thing is we all have an even shot. Okay, like an even shot. I knew nothing about business and I started network marketing in 2009. You guys know what happened in the economy in 2009? I started a business in like the worst time in our history of our life for financials. And I was asking people for $5,000 packs. Right? Like people couldn't even pay their mortgages when I started in business. It was rough. And people looked at me like, what do you know about business? Aren't you a teacher? And I was like, you're right. I know nothing, but trust me and come with me. Right? Like it was a nightmare. Okay. So I'm just telling you, most of the time we are challenged and we watch people rise around us and we beat ourselves up. We go, oh, why are they winning? Right? It must be because they got a leg up. Oh, they were handed a leg. They were like, we like try to reason our comparisons. Okay. Comparing yourself to anyone in this industry will rip away your success faster than anything. Okay. It's like those little kids in the playground who used to like bend over on their hands and knees and kids would like shove them over. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I grew up with mean kids. It's Denver. Okay. Like, that is what comparison is like. Like you're asking yourself to jump off a ledge and beat yourself up. It will do nothing for your success. So I will tell you, you may think you're a 1, you're a 2, or a 3, but I want you to give yourself an honest analysis when we're done with this call about how you have been working. Would your actions prove it that you're really a 1, 2, or 3, okay? Whatever number you held up, this is just between you and you. I'm only having you take a good look at yourself because most entrepreneurs are wantrepreneurs. They're not really entrepreneurs. I think Gary Vee always says wantrepreneurs. And I don't want you to be a wantrepreneur. I want you to be an entrepreneur. Even if you're a number 1, I want you to be a damn good number 1, right? I want you to get 1 customer a day forever. That's a number 1, 1 customer. They'll just get customers. They'll make a residual income on reorders. Okay, that's great. If you're a number 2, you need 1 new business partner a week and 10 customers. If you're a 3, okay, for a while until I tell you for the next 90 days, you need at least 2 business partners a week and you and they need 10 customers a week. Does that make sense? So that's 30 customers a week. For a 90-day time period. Okay, now I will give you some of my tips of how I did that. I know Jen is in the middle of running a 90-day run. If you were a part of that with her, you have no idea how fortunate you are. That is the system that I ran that helped me build a multi-6-figure business in a very short amount of time doing 90-day runs. And it's only 90 days. It feels like hell when you're in it. I will tell you, you feel like you're crazy. But I'm telling you, it's just 90 days. You can do anything for 90 days. It's like you can do any workout for 30 minutes, right? It's not going to kill you, right? Even though it feels like it. When you're done, it feels so good. It's the same thing with a 90-day run in business, okay? But here's why. Here's how you know you've picked the right number, 1, 2, or 3, and that you're actually working it, okay? I always teach people, I say you have to discipline yourself to that commitment. And most people, the hardest part for them is discipline. For me, I believe that discipline is easy when the commitment is authentic. Okay, so if you authentically want to be a 2, and that is your commitment to live and do and breathe, then you will do it. You will do it, right? The how is easy when the why looks like this, right? Like you get it. Like I don't ever wake up, look at my kids and go, hey, you go out there and be average today. Like go fly under the radar. I would like you to not stand out today, right? That's like ridiculous, okay? I wake up and I have to parent myself. There is no average in my steps. Right? What I do duplicates good or bad. You've probably heard all of this language before, okay? But if you really are committing, just commit. Maybe you need to commit to a 2 first. Maybe you need to commit to a 1 first. Maybe you need to commit to a 3. And you need to action yourself like a 3. Now, I'm also going to tell you that running like a 3 does not mean you sacrifice your family. It does not mean you sacrifice the things that are important. I know a lot of people in the network marketing world are like, it's a short time, you'll get it back. Miss your kids' stuff. No, I am not a believer in that. Yes, we have to sacrifice some things, but we're the most inefficient human race ever. Right? If we could put the time in and be really effectively, what most people don't know is when I built my first network marketing company, I was in the middle of a divorce. I had 3 jobs and I was building a network marketing business on the side. And in 6 months, I replaced my 3 jobs and I walked away from it. Those 6 months, yes, they looked like heck, but who was going to take care of my kids? Me. Like I didn't have a nanny. I didn't have family. Okay. They're very religious. They did not believe in me getting a divorce. I did not believe in staying together after what happened to me. So it was a choice, okay? But I'm telling you, what level of commitment are you going to make to yourself? Because here's what happens. Most people say, okay, I'm a 3, but I'm unwilling to sacrifice these things and I can't, and it's just too much. And I go, stop that. Don't be an excuse person. Don't give yourself a way out because there is a way to do it with your life in order too. And anyone who tells you that it's not that way, they're wrong. Okay? So many people are wrong in this world and I'm right. I don't mean it that way. I just mean I'm a single mom. I have 3 kids. When I started in business, they were 2, 2, and 3. Like, there wasn't anyone else. I had to do it all. So, like, you can't have it all. That's ridiculous to think not. You just have to be able to say, hey, Jen, or hey, whoever your mentor is, or whoever your upline is, I need a little help managing my time. Can you help me be more efficient? Right, Jen, did we get more efficient while we were gone? Yeah.
Yes.
Right? I taught you my daily method of operation, right? It's crazy, huh? Yeah.
And it's funny, my business partner and sponsor, an amazing friend, Brooke Matamoros, is on this call, and she always tells me, like, I'm worried about you, Jen. Like, I know what you do, and I worry about you. And I'm like, Brooke, I got it. Like, I'm good now. I promise. I'm taking time for me.
It's a twin mom thing, right? It's a twin mom thing. We are like superhuman. It's very true. We get very efficient. You did not know that your feet are actually hands in disguise. You can do so many things with your appendages. It's amazing. But it's true, right? You just have to get more efficient. So if you need help with that, it's not a question of sacrifice or doing or not or commitment. It's just a level of learning how to be more efficient. I just don't want you to give yourself an out and say, well, there's no way I can be a 3 if that's what I have to do and that's how many people I have to recruit and I don't even know that many people. Like, stop. Stop talking yourself out of the dream that was put in your heart, in your mind. Okay, that's like it makes me cry because I see so many people give up on their dream. I see so many people go, I just can't do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it all. I'm working a job. I'm doing this. I have to cook. I have to clean. I did all that too. Okay. It is absolutely possible. So let me just dive in real quick and we'll give you my story, kind of the highlight reel or the low light reel. Depends on how you look at it. Okay. How many of you guys are getting at least any good information already? You're okay. Good. All right. I want you to hang with me. All right. So, I was in the middle of a divorce. I had been a teacher. I was a middle school teacher, health and science teacher. I was a youth pastor for 5 years. I built an amazing middle school youth group, loved what I did, got divorced, couldn't work for the church anymore. It just wasn't a good situation. My whole family was involved, so it was better for me to step down. And I started speaking at youth and women's events. I started taking on part-time jobs. I did everything I could because we were in financial trouble and I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. So my brother-in-law, who had lost his job, 2009, shocking. Okay. He was an architect, said, hey, I've got this thing I want you to come look at. And I was like, oh, that thing, like those network marketing things. Like my mom was a Mary Kay lady growing up, by the way, like pink fur. We were in pink matching outfits. My sister and I, literally, I have pictures with Mary Kay Ash, right? And my mom dressed in this glamorous thing. Like my mom was big time into Mary Kay. And just while we were growing up. I told my brother-in-law, I was like, oh yeah, I'll be there. Okay. I was a no-show 3 times, by the way. So if you have some no-showers, it's okay. Hug them, love them. They know not what they're missing yet. All right. So literally I was the worst sister-in-law ever. I kept going like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll get there. I just didn't. Brought his computer over, showed me it, put me on the phone with a top earner. You know the drill. Okay. And I was like, this makes sense. Obviously. Why would I not get paid on what I'm doing anyway? Got it. Right. So I got on the phone with these people and I was like, listen, but I know a lot of people. I will work harder than anybody else. I have to make this work. This is no mom, neighbor, aunt thing. Like, I'm serious about building something. I had no idea what I was doing. And they were like, yeah, put a load of people in your house and we'll fly out and do a meeting for you. And I was like, wow, okay. So I put everyone in my house, like not really telling them what I was doing. I kind of blindsided everyone. like come over for a party. I got to show you what I got going on. They literally had no idea what was happening. So it's not a great way to start a business with like a lack of integrity, like show up, bring chips, we're having a party. So I did not do everything correctly. It was kind of a rough start for me, but I realized that first night where I ticked a lot of people off who loved me that I had to learn. And so I got every sales book I could. I had them on like CDs. Remember those? And this was in 2009. So CDs, I was listening to Zig Ziglar. I was listening to, I don't know, everybody I could. Okay. I listened to Og Mandino. I did the 10 Scrolls. I did so much training. Okay. I had notebooks and notes and I was just writing and practicing and writing and practicing. And this was October. Okay, so October of 2009, I started like the second to the last day, the end of the month, which I was very upset that they did that. So I was like, why wouldn't you tell me to start on the first day of the month with my whole volume? Anyway, lesson learned. Okay, I learned a lot later in life. So November came. Like, how many of you guys understand network marketing is like the best time to do it is during Christmas because everybody has a lot of money then? Right? No. Okay. So like it's hard. It depends on what you're doing, right? They're spending it on their kids. They're doing a lot. Anyway, so November was my first full month. December, I was like, I will do this. I will figure this out. I did 66 meetings on my own in December. I was doing like while I was working my jobs, I would stop. I'd take a 10-minute break. I'd do a 10. I'd do one on my lunch hour at noon. I do a 2, I do a 4, a 6, and an 8 every night. Okay, I'd hire a sitter. I'd go to 2 home meetings at night. I was nuts. was very serious. I do not suggest that's how you do this, by the way. I'm just telling you how bad I was. Okay. So I did 66 meetings like that by myself in December during Christmas, crushing it. Do you guys know how many people I signed up in the month of December? Guess. One. I went back and looked at my numbers because I thought it was 0, but I did get 1. Okay. 1. I like royally sucked. It was so bad. Okay. But during December, I practiced, I learned, I listened to uplines, I watched how they talked, I did everything. I started building social media just a little bit, right? I was literally going and going and going and going and going and going, and I got really good by being bad. Okay. I started listening, I started learning. January 2010, I signed up 124 people. From all of the work that I did in December, I followed up, I got new people, I met with them, and I started making, okay, it's amazing, right? I had my first like $15,000 month, I got $15,000 in bonuses too, and I was like, wow. 3 months later, I was very good, okay? Now, most people quit after a December. Right? Why would they do that again? Most people listen to other people's opinions after a December, like, wow, you sacrificed all those hours and all that time. You paid all that money that you didn't have for babysitters. And you really are betting your future on this? What if I wouldn't have built January? I wouldn't be here today. And I did. I almost quit. Almost left everything behind and was like, you're right. It's just not my industry. These things never work. That product doesn't really work or help, right? My people just don't like it. I'm not a salesperson. All those things that the same, how many of you guys have heard anybody use any of those excuses? Yes. How many of you have said them yourself? Okay. Let's be real. Okay. I had 1,000 thoughts, but I was so far in, I just refused. I said, this is not going to be my story. Okay. So at this time, my first month in network marketing, my second month in November, my divorce was coming to a close. Let's see, how to remember exactly how it worked, but I literally had nothing right before. I had friends rent me an apartment, and I had 30 days to make a payment, right? 30 days to be able to pay for rent. I didn't have money for furniture. I went and bought a tent. And I thought if my kids could think that it was play, they wouldn't notice that they don't have beds. It was a really rough time personally while I was losing in business. Okay, how many of you guys have ever not wanted to have money during Christmas for your kids? Okay, I didn't even have money for food. It was really rough, and I was building in this industry, and people were like, you are crazy, you are nuts, you're part of a scam, your kids are losing, right? You know, all the things that they always say before the internet was really great about it. And I had all the reasons in the world to stop. 30 days later, I made $15,000 in 1 month. And it was the beginning of building a beautiful future in network marketing. By the time I had shifted, I had done some things, I'd learned a lot in the industry. My divorce was really, really horrible. We had a big fight over the business, over the kids. It was like a 2-day trial, custody battle. It was really rough. I lost almost everything I had, again, because of divorce. After it happened, it took about a year to go through. I built. I was on my third company that I had started. On my third company, I had it down so good that I did 125,000 in 45 days. 125,000 in volume in 45 days. And oh my gosh, do you guys hear my dogs barking? They're like driving me bananas. Can you hear them? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna walk with you. Is that okay? Really quick. You get a little tour of the house. Okay. So don't worry. The story's speeding up. It's getting really exciting. Can you tell? Okay. Anybody want a dog, by the way? They drive me nuts. Come on, you two. They're kind of like horses. You can meet them the minute they're back there. I have stuff everywhere. I'm packing for Greece. I leave in a couple days. Okay, so sorry for the distraction. I'm gonna plug you back in. So anyway, I earned it. I got divorced. I lost way more than half of it. I built another one, my third company. I was like, that's it. I'm finally free of everything. I only have to pay, child support. I'll figure this out. I went for it big. I did my first 45 days and I got a call from the doctor. And I was like, yes, I'm on it. This is amazing. And I was told I had cancer. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is where the name of the journal comes into play. Rather than screaming the F word, it was, I choose joy. I'm gonna go ahead and choose joy. All right, things happen for a reason. What are we gonna do? So I went through treatment, and it's never fun. It's really scary. But what I learned is that cancer made me very, very human and very, very focused on what was important in this world. And while most people fear rejection, while most people fear what people think when they're calling, most people fear if they can actually win, I was looking at my children going, I don't know how long I've got. And if they see me live in fear of anything, if they see me not living my life to my potential, like I feared dying while still alive, right? In the short time that I had, letting my best potential go to the grave, okay? I believe we all have more in us. And I don't think being 33 and having cancer was ideal. It was absolutely what needed to happen for me, to have a wake-up call. Cheryl, way to go, survivor. So I'm telling you, we don't know how long we get. But I'll tell you what, the worst thing in the world is living on hopium, is what I call it. It's a drug, hopium. Like, I hope I'm gonna get there. I hope I recruit people. I hope I make my dream come true. I hope I can live in freedom. No, the truth is I expect to win. I don't go for no's. I've read that book. I don't like it. It's just my personal opinion. I understand thousands and millions of other people did. I don't. I believe that's a negative thought process. And if you go for no, like, why would they say anything else? I expect to win. I expect people to say yes to me. I had the greatest opportunity in the world. I know I can help people. You have to change your mind around. If you want to change your life, commit that you're going to, and commit that you're going to help other people do it, right? If someone you talk to is a 3, by God, you have to help them like you're 1. Doesn't even matter if you are, but you have to lead them in the way that they are, okay? How many people I knew on my team who were 1s who recruited 3s, right? I coached them at that level. I helped them. I'm just telling you, all the things that go on in your brain that convince you that it's not happening for you are totally full of crap. Like, they're not accurate in the slightest. I have the most random things. I remember I went to sign this guy up one time. What was his name? Oh my gosh. I got to remember his name. Anyway, we'll call him Larry. That's a good name. It's not it. It started with an L and I can't remember it. Okay. Brenda, a 1 is a supplemental person. They just want to supplement their income. A 2 is a replacement income. 3 is freedom money. Okay. So Larry came to a meeting with me with my upline, and he went to the bathroom, and I literally turned to my upline and I go, you cannot sign this human up. And they were like, what are you talking about? I'm like, they don't have any money. It's like, he doesn't even have teeth. He is not going to be able to do this. I was a jerk. I literally, he only had 4. It was rough situation. And I was like, he's never going to be able to do this. Don't take his money. Morally and ethically, you suck if you sign him up. And he looked at me and was so mad at me. And he goes, how dare you take someone's dream from them? What if that's not accurate? You're going to teach him. You're going to train him. I'm putting him on your team and you're going to help. And I was like, oh, great. I get Larry, toothless. Like, this is going to be difficult. I'm going to have to recruit all these people. I was a jerk, okay? Don't repeat this story, please. Everyone will think I'm a jerk. But it was true, okay? Larry, wasn't his name. Lonnie! That was actually his name. Maybe I shouldn't share that. I didn't share his last name. Lonnie was his name. Lonnie became my number one recruiter. He was in my third leg, he blew all the other legs out of the water, my number one recruiter. He happened to be in the construction world, and what was happening in the construction world in 2010, 2011, it was tanked. He recruited everyone, okay? It makes no sense. This business doesn't always make sense. Your business will not look like anybody else's. It's going to look like yours, right? And however you do it, just don't be that person who accepts like people will tell you, you got to believe. You got to build a really big why. No, your why needed you to wake up. It needs to go that you expect to win, that you are so committed authentically to get your results. Like, it's never going to lose, right? When I started an events company, I wanted to train entrepreneurs. That's what I wanted. I knew I could evoke a different kind of heart and soul and work ethic and tactics out of them. I knew I had a skill. And I said, I'm going to go get Grant Cardone. I'm going to get Darren Hardy. And they're like, dreaming a little big. Like, you literally just started this company. What kind of money is going to bring those people in? And I literally, actually a picture came up in my timeline of a picture with 4 people. One was my best friend, one was my boyfriend, one was a friend who became an investor, and one was me. There's literally only one person left in that picture in my life because one person believed I could do it. And she goes, she'll do it, right? I did it. Every single thing that I set out to do, I did because I was so committed to it. It made no sense. It made no sense that somebody starting a business could recruit and do that. And now those guys are my friends. Like, they're on speed dial. They mentor me every single day. I hang out with the greatest minds in the world. I just had lunch with Jack Canfield and I don't know, all the people in the world. So, like, I have a lot of incredible friends, okay? And I'll tell you what, Allison, I'll come back to your question. I can't see all of it. I just have to tell you, okay? There is nothing stronger than somebody who has trained their instincts. Most people trust their instincts, they just don't train them. Their instincts are trained based on how they were raised, right? And if their family taught them, hey, be careful, don't touch that. Shh, don't speak out, don't be, right, whatever. If your instincts were trained that way, you're going to struggle. I started reading so many books and so many personal development, psychology, business, sales, investment books that it became my language. And once my instincts were trained, they responded correctly. I didn't even have to think about it. So people are like, how did you get back up? How did you? I didn't have a choice. Most of the time, what kills great entrepreneurs is they're comfortable. Their spouse works. They got me covered, right? Or I'm like, lucky you, but it's not lucky you. That'll make you work less, right? Or I don't have to. I have another job, so I can work like a turtle and I'll get there eventually. No, you won't. Sorry. Turtle workers, like turtles, don't win the race. Slow and steady does not win the race, by the way. I'll just tell you. Be a thoroughbred. Now, everybody has to look different. Okay, now watch. How many of you, when I said that, you're like, yeah, but that is my story. I do need to go a little slower. Okay, do not let your mind psych you out. I say those things on purpose because I can see in your eyes who actually has those thoughts right when I say them. Okay, I can read your faces every second, how strong your mind is, what you do, why I'm trained to do that. Okay, if I'm in a group with 20 people, Jen, do I call people out on their stuff immediately? Do I make them fix their words?
As you should.
Yeah, I'm like, fix it right now. I saw it in your eyes. That was weak. That is not true. Where is that coming from? Okay, that's a baloney. Okay, we have to fact our life, not feel our life. Okay, I went to the facts. Can I beat cancer? Yes. Has it been done? Yes. If I beat it, can I help everybody else know that they can? Yes. Rather than, I feel terrible today. I'm so tired. I've thrown up 100 times. My hair is falling out, and my hair is my best feature. I am sad. Okay, that's how I would have ended up if I felt my life. I fact it. Whenever I question, whenever I doubt, I go straight to the facts. Have I helped anyone before? Then yes, I am extraordinary. Can I do it again? Yes. If I haven't before, do I know that I can? Yes. Why? Because I've been trained in things and I know how to solve their problems. You just have to go to the facts. It is not rocket science, but it is mind science. Okay? Now, the older you are, the longer you may have been told a different message that you have to correct. However, it doesn't matter if you're young or old, white or black, thin or fat, like literally it doesn't matter. You all have the exact same opportunity ahead of you, before you, at all times, okay? I firmly believe that we are all here for two reasons. These two reasons are what I build my entire life on. We are here to ascend, and we are here to assist, okay? To ascend. I want you to think about this. When we're born, we like roll, then we crawl, then we walk, then we run. Then those people who train their bodies like crazy, they become champion athletes. Same thing, we're born, we squawk, we learn words, we learn sentences, then we yell, then we joke. Then those who train their voices, they sing. We are naturally meant to ascend. Have you ever wanted more? At any time in your life, did you just feel like butterflies, like, I gotta do more? Okay, that is our natural inclination. Anytime we fight against that, Mother Nature, yeah, it's gonna knock you around a little bit. Guess what? When I got cancer, I was not ascending as I should have. It was easy. I was playing around with my life. I was not focused on the talent that I was, on the skill that I was, on what I wanted. You bet Mother Nature knocked me around a little bit. That's what happens when things go wrong. You are naturally meant to ascend, and if you do not listen to that, the lessons are going to repeat themselves over and over. How many of you guys have ever heard that, like, things happen in threes? Oh, I'm just not lucky. Things don't happen that way for me. I'm like, oh my gosh. You're right. They're not going to until you understand that you are meant to ascend. Anytime you share a problem with somebody else, you are stopping them from ascending, and you're going to get kicked in the teeth. Okay, I have this rule. When things go bad in my life, I called it my 24-hour rule because I am female and sometimes we pout. How many of you guys pout from time to time, or you cry and you're like, I'm just gonna go to bed with my wine? Okay, we have these pouting tendencies. I don't know what it is, but I just feel better, right? Then we are also taught that if we pout, we should bring others into our pouting ceremony. And so we call our best friend and she cries with us and thank you for listening. Okay, I was like, hold up, wait a minute, something is off. Because the more I talk about it, the more drained I am. And then I made her, and now she's texting me later that night, are you okay? I am like wasting both of our time. So here was my new rule. For 24 hours, if I needed to cry or pout or scream or yell things that other people did not need to hear, I needed to go into a field and do it. And when I woke up, I had to be done. I was not allowed to bring anyone into my pity party. I was not allowed to share that information for 24 hours. Guess what? By the time I woke up, I was like, okay, I gotta go. I need to rise. It's a new day. I don't want to waste a whole nother day. Well, that 24-hour rule then became like, why am I crying? I just wasted a whole day. I could have done something great. Became like a 24-minute rule. Then it became like a 7-minute rule. And now it is my 7-second rule where I'm like, okay, I can cry, yell, pout, stamp my foot, and then I have to go. Like, enough. Why would I waste my future or anybody else's pouting? It's just silly. And there are some reasons to cry sometimes. I'll tell you. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes I want to yell the F word. It's why I wrote I Choose Joy. Okay? Those 3 practices in that book will teach you everything. It's on Amazon. I don't know, it's $19. It's not going to break the bank, okay? Gratitude, growth, and goals. Those are the 3 steps that taught me how to overcome. So I think it was Allison who asked that question. Allison, that process is what saved me from cancer, divorce, hard business, winning and losing 3 times, building up from scratch. It's the daily practices that have built my millions of dollars and fun for my family and life impact, which gives me every single amazing thing in the world. is because I do those 3 simple practices every day. I write down 10 things I'm grateful for. I read an hour from a book every single day. I write down 1 thing from that hour that I read that I'm implementing that day, every single day. And then I write down 3 goals, 2 short-term, 1 long-term. There's a little pattern in that book of how I do it. Every single day without fail. Every day. I write them down. I focus on them, because what you focus on, you create. All right. There's not 1 ounce of negativity allowed in that journal. I'm not allowed to like write a bad thing and write how I'm grateful for it. No, there's no negativity, no manipulation, no nothing in that book except positivity and advancement, because we are naturally designed to ascend. Okay. Now the other thing we're designed to do is assist. Okay. If I trip and fall in front of someone, they're going to help me get up. If I drop stuff, spill my groceries, open a door, like we are naturally meant to help people. How many of you guys are empathetic? You have big hearts. Somebody pops up a GoFundMe. You're like, I can always give $1, right? I think I give $1 to like every GoFundMe. Please don't send me all of your GoFundMes, but I do. Like I am a sucker to help people. And just as long as I can, like I do believe our goal is to work so hard we can give like crazy. Okay, I believe that is what we are here for, because I've gotten more fulfillment out of giving than anything. And so when things get hard, Allison, same on you, okay? When things get hard, do something good, okay? On my worst days, when I threw up horribly, when I felt terribly, when my family testified against me in court, I have stories for crazy days, okay? I would go do something good. Like physically go do something good. I remember that first Christmas, I had a friend who came and put Christmas presents under the tree for my kids, and it totally surprised me and shocked me. And I promised I would work for that day that I could do that for someone else. And now my kids and I do it for a family. Each of us pick a family that we do their Christmas for them. Everything, food, presents, everything. Each of the kids, they pull some from school. They don't know that it's us. That's why we're supposed to do. Like it is natural. So if you are doing anything any day that is not about ascending and assisting, we're doing it wrong. That is what has led me astray. And network marketing is a business based on assisting others. And the thing is, it's really like these 3 statements is what I said to myself over and over. Yes, I can. Will I? And who loses if I don't win? Okay. Yes, I can. Will I be willing to do it? And who loses if I don't? I think about it today and I go, it almost all stopped in December. That horrible December. It was like, somebody shoot me. Is this really what this business is about? And I look at the millions of people who watch my videos, the thousands of people I've taken on retreats, the hundreds in my masterminds, the millions of dollars they've made that have changed their family, and it almost stopped because people told me no to buy my phone service and my face wash. Like, seriously. It's ridiculous that we would even think that it was about us. People out there need supplemental income. They need freedom income. They need replacement income. There's not one of you who can't make a massive difference in a short amount of time. Make a list. Call the entire list. Don't jump around and be like, I'm going to call number 1 and number 7 and number 5 and number 42, because those are like gimmies. Knock it off, right? Like, don't play with your future. If you wrote them down, there's a reason they're on your list. They either needed to hear from you or they needed to sign up with you. Or they needed to remind you that you're amazing and you're not a horrible human like they were when they talked to you. It's okay. Whatever makes you feel better. Okay? Like, it's just sorting. You guys have all heard the coffee example before, right? Like the waitress who gives people coffee. Have you guys heard this, right? Like the waitress comes up and decaf regular. Okay, regular, decaf. She comes to me and I'm like, I don't want any coffee. Does she start crying? Like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't need coffee? Okay. No, she doesn't. She just sorts and moves to who wants it. The problem is we get really weird when it comes to business. But if you actually built this business like it were your lifestyle, Like it's who you are and what you do and what's fun. And as I told Jen, everybody here at the retreat who was here with Jen, they asked my one sentence about what business and life was all about. I go, it's about being the fun table. Business, like if your business is the fun table, people come with you. I built my life as the fun table because it's like, why, holy crap, life sucks, mother F, is I choose joy. And it's why there are horrible people in the world, but I choose joy. It's why cancer, I choose joy, because fun is addictive and fun is attractive. And I refuse to waste 1 ounce of my breath on anything negative because it keeps thousands of people from not winning. Guys, I started a business on Facebook Live from my couch. Actually, it was from my chair because I didn't own a couch. But I didn't buy a couch until I made $1 million. It's kind of, and I sold it. I raffled it off on Facebook as the millionaire couch. One of my clients bid and bought it. Isn't that awesome? Because I didn't want to sit on it. I didn't watch TV. I didn't have a couch because it was a temptation to be lazy. And I took away all my temptations. I took away all my excuses. And I just built. And I built in every spare moment of my time. I designed my calendar around it. I designed my calendar so I never missed things for my kids. I was speaking and training at a huge event. I traveled like 6 different places last week, and I took a red eye at 2 a.m., which got delayed to 3 and 4 a.m., and I got home at 7:30, and I drove an hour and a half to my son's soccer game. I got there right when he started. He scored in the first 12 seconds of the game because I'm determined to not miss anything for them. And I sacrificed a little bit of sleep one night, but it's just like if one of them would have had the flu, right? Would have been up then. So I'm just telling you, like, don't let your brain play tricks on you. Train it. Train it to win. Train it to overcome. Train it to not take excuses and not take the easy way. If you're going to run for 90 days, run for 90 days. If you need to slow it down. Don't like make it a huge, big deal, right? If it's going to be a massive one, make it a massive one. Ascend and assist. We are here to rise. We are here to help others do it. And Jen is the epitome of that. And it's why I did this. So Jen, I'll hand it back over to you.
Can everybody just take a deep breath, like in through the nose, out through the mouth? It's all going to be okay. I think
it's all going to be.
Can I just get a thumbs up in the camera now that we barely dropped a single participant, which doesn't happen often in a Zoom this long because the content. Give me 2 thumbs up if you feel that something you heard tonight changed you, changed your mindset, changed the way that you look at your situation, that you look at your life, that you look at, gosh, well, maybe, why am I just putzing around? Why am I sitting on these gifts that I have to bring? Guys.
Wait, I got to show you guys this. Hold on. Wait. This is my new tent. What do you guys think? I need to show them all around the house. Thank you, December, for showing me what I was capable of.
Oh my word. Guys, I want to give you a chance. If you want to ask Danelle a question, you know, I want to offer you that chance. Like, unmute yourself. If you want to do that, just, you know the drill. Like, ask her a question. Actually, let me go back.
Thank you guys for being on here. You guys are awesome. It's Sunday night.
Danelle, when you miss a goal, what is the first thing that you do to bounce back?
I guess I don't ever miss them. I just keep going till it's done, right? Like I just go until, right? Like I set big goals for myself. I map things out though, so I don't miss them. Like, you know, my mapping system, Jen knows. So I like map so I don't, but I literally like have such a firm commitment. I don't miss them very often, but when I do, like I don't spend time beating myself up. I just keep going, like go till it's done, go until. just finish the dang goal. Because here's the thing, our brain, like if you want me to be scientific for a second, because that's a great question, our brain, our thoughts come in through the back, well, like just down here through the stem, okay? They come in and here's where they come in, and then they're felt right here, and then they're facted right here. So every thought that comes into your brain, first you feel it. Most people, the thought stops there, and that's when they have more than their 24-hour rule, and they cry, and they whine, and they cuss, and they blame it on their spouses and whoever else is nearby. And then they miss this part, and they don't get it to this part. So it's training your brain to not beat yourself up and be emotional about it. Just go right to the fact. How can I hit the goal? What's next? Here's the next 3 steps I have to do, the next right step I have to take in order to achieve it, right? Don't spend any time beating yourself up and poor you, and if my spouse helped more, and, you know, just be glad you have a spouse. I did it all by myself. Heck, how many of you guys are married? Good Lord, hug them, love them, tell them thank you today. Even if they're horrible to you about this, like hug them. They're letting you. Like they don't have to. I had no help. Like nobody even got milk for me. So like just love them. Cool. But just go right to the facts. Get over like whining and crying and no. Like I didn't have time for that. So I go until.
Would you say the same thing goes regarding setbacks? When you are in the middle of a setback, like big ones, would you say your attitude is exactly the same? Or is there anything you would add?
Yeah, same thing. Things happen for a reason, right? They teach you how to be better. I think that, you know, like people are not born courageous, right? They become courageous because things were hard. So like learn to love the hard. Like I love the hard. When like people call me, like here's the deal. My business, people call me with problems. They don't call me to be like, hey, I'm amazing today. They call me with like business life-shattering problems that we have to solve. And I'm like, yes, this is a good one, right? Like I get excited because every challenge teaches me what I'm made of, what I'm capable of. Everything solves. Hi, Allison's little girl. You are so cute. I like your bow in your hair. You know, so kind of a similar process. Like, so let's just say a whole leg leaves your company and goes to another. You're like, oh, my residual income is gone. I helped those people. I thrived for them. I sacrificed my family for them. Right? Ever had that happen? That sucks. I have. And I was like, well, good. If they were going to leave, I'm glad they left down. They didn't leave after I'd helped them win a ton more. So no more time wasted. Let's go find the people who want to. Like no wasted time on, you know, so-and-so stole my person. I recruited them first. Who cares? Go get another one. If they're a stealable person, you don't want them in your downline. Like go become great people follow you. My whole brand is built around one line: become the one your results require. And like, be good when things are going good. When things are going bad, be great. Man, I'm great when things are bad. And I think that's what made me rise faster. Like, I don't scream, yell, get upset